But every time I do something nice, it backfires. There are so many unintended consequences to well-intentioned actions.
In 1534, Douglas Winegar of Hawkhurst, England, gave his grandmother roses for her birthday. He picked them himself, walked them over to her. She was happy. Boom, 145 points. Now, yeah, here we go. In 2009, Doug Ewing of Skaggsville, Maryland, also gave his grandmother a dozen roses, but he lost 4 points. Why? Because he ordered roses using a cell phone that was made in a sweatshop. The flowers were grown with toxic pesticides, picked by exploited migrant workers, delivered from thousands of miles away, which created a massive carbon footprint, and his money went to a billionaire racist CEO who sends his female employees pictures of his genitals. Woo!
That is a very odd thing to cheer.
Don't you understand? Because every day the world gets a little more complicated, and being a good person gets a little harder. All right, why don't we all sit down so I can fill the judge in on what we've learned. Life now is so complicated. It's impossible for anyone to be good enough for the good place. These days, just buying a tomato at a grocery store means that you are unwittingly supporting toxic pesticides, exploiting labor, contributing to global warming. Humans think that they're making one choice, but they're actually making dozens of choices they don't even know they're making.
I mean, this guy chose this tomato. Those are the consequences. You don't want the consequences? Do the research. Buy another tomato.
I got this. I want to tell you about a guy from my dance crew in Jacksonville called Big Noodle. I used to yell at Big Noodle because he always showed up late to rehearsal. Then one day, the swamp under my house flooded. I needed a place to crash, so I slept at Big Noodle's house. Turns out that he had to juggle 3 jobs to take care of 4 grandparents who all lived in the same bed, just like in Willy Wonka. I never yelled at Big Noodle for being late after that, because I knew how hard it was for him to be there. And he definitely didn't have time to research what tomatoes to buy, even if he wanted to.
I'll give it a shot. I'll go down there, see what you guys go through.
Oh, brother. That was rough. I thought it was going to be so easy to make good decisions. The first thing I did was I Googled big, juicy, natural tomatoes, which led me to a porn site that was for people with a sunburn fetish. I kind of never recovered.
Right, that's problem number 1. Life is chaotic and messy and unpredictable. Problem number 2, even if you do somehow manage to make good decisions, you still lose points because of the unintended consequences.
Yeah, there are booby traps everywhere. Like, there's this chicken sandwich that if you eat it, it means you hate gay people. And it's delicious.
It is. It is so good.
And I essentially tried to do what you suggested. I obsessed over every choice, but that was also bad, and I still got sent to the bad place. So I'm problem number 3.
Oh, no, you are nobody's problem, sweetheart.